Have you ever wondered if your cat's been saying, "I love you" all along and you just didn't realize it? You've seen it before. That quiet moment across the room. Your cat looks at you, blinks slowly, then turns away without a sound. No meows, no drama, just calm, simple presence. But what if those quiet gestures are actually the loudest love letters your cat could ever write? Welcome to this video. 8 ways your cat secretly says, "I love you." The moments you've been missing, the signs hiding in plain sight. By the time we're done, you'll never look at your cat's glances, tail flicks, or silent company the same way again. Before we begin, I have one small request. Not for me, not for this channel, but for your cat. If you've ever felt that strange, beautiful connection when your cat just gets you, when they look at you and you can almost hear the unspoken words, then tap that like button and subscribe. Because what we're about to explore isn't just about cats. It's about that quiet, sacred bond you already share. Let's start with the first and most powerful sign, the one that begins with the eyes. The cat kiss. Cats don't shout their love. They whisper it, and sometimes that whisper is a single blink. If your cat has ever held your gaze, then slowly closed their eyes, you've just received one of the rarest and purest forms of feline affection. The slow blink, also known as the cat kiss. It's easy to mistake for boredom or drowsiness, but it's not. It's trust. Because in the animal kingdom, eye contact usually means challenge, even threat. Yet when a cat chooses to meet your eyes, then gently closes theirs, they're doing the opposite of what instinct tells them. They're saying, "I trust you. I feel safe enough to let my guard down." Some cats will blink from across the room, others will pad quietly up to you, sit down, and blink as if waiting for you to respond. And you should. Next time your cat does this, blink slowly back. You'll be amazed how often they return the gesture, that tiny silent exchange. It's love. Patient, mutual, and real. Sleeping near you. To us, a cat napping nearby might seem ordinary. But to them, it's monumental. Cats are most defenseless when they sleep. Choosing to rest beside you isn't random. It's a declaration of trust. Think about those lazy afternoons when your cat curls against your leg or the nights they claim a spot near your pillow. They're not just looking for warmth or comfort. They're saying, "I trust you with my life." In the wild, cats sleep only beside those they trust completely. By curling near you, your cat is letting you into that circle, their chosen family. And here's the beautiful truth. They don't do that for everyone. If your cat chooses to nap beside you, you've earned something rare. Acceptance, belonging, love. Have you ever noticed how your cat seems to appear wherever you go? You walk into the kitchen. They're right behind you. You head to the bathroom. They slip through the door before it closes. You move from room to room and somehow they're always near. At first it feels funny. Maybe you think they're curious or hungry or just bored. But what if I told you it's something far deeper than that? Because when a cat follows you, not meowing, not demanding, just quietly shadowing your steps, it's not about food. It's about connection. Cats are independent by nature. They don't follow anyone they don't trust. So when they choose to stay close, silently padding after you like a guardian spirit, what they're really saying is, "Where you are, I feel safe. Where you are, I belong." They don't need to be on your lap or in your arms. Their love doesn't ask for touch, it simply asks for presence. Just being near you, breathing the same air, is enough. It's their quiet way of saying, "I love you, and I just want to be with you." Love that watches. Not all love looks like affection. Sometimes love looks like vigilance. Picture this. You're sitting on the couch, lost in thought, and your cat is perched across the room, still, silent, eyes fixed on the door. Or maybe you wake in the middle of the night and there they are, sitting at the foot of the bed, staring into the dark, unblinking, alert. You might think they're just curious, but look closer. That stillness isn't random, it's protection. Cats are natural sentinels. In their world, watching means guarding. When your cat sits between you and the unknown, facing the hallway, the window, the shadow, they're not being distant. They're being your silent protector, Because in their eyes, you're not just a companion. You're theirs. You're part of their territory, their family, their heart. And they will defend that. Quietly, fiercely, faithfully. So next time your cat watches the door, don't dismiss it. That's love wearing armor. The scent of care. Then there's that moment. When you come home after a long day, and before you can even take off your shoes, your cat's already there, sniffing you from head to toe, your face, your hands, your clothes. Nothing escapes their inspection. To us, it might feel like simple curiosity. But to them, it's something sacred. Cats live through scent. It's their emotional language. With over 200 million scent receptors, they can smell what we can't. Your mood, your stress, even your health. So when your cat sniffs you deeply, they're not being nosy. They're asking, what happened to you? Are you okay? It's a check-in, a reconnection, a silent welcome home. They're reading you like a story written in scent, making sure nothing about you has changed too much, that you're still you. That's love translated through instinct. The sacred touch. And then there's that tiny, fleeting moment, the one that feels almost too small to matter. Your cat walks up to you, pauses, and touches you with their nose. Just a soft press. Against your hand, your cheek, your forehead. Then they're gone. It's easy to miss, but that moment? That's one of the most intimate gestures in the feline world. In the wild, cats greet those they trust with gentle nose touches. It's their way of saying, I know you. You're one of mine. For them, that touch is sacred. It's vulnerability in its purest form. Cats don't like anything near their face unless they feel absolutely safe. So when your cat chooses to press that soft nose against your skin, they're giving you their unguarded self. It's not a kiss, not the way humans mean it. It's something more. It's, you are part of me and I want you to feel it. There's a story I want to tell you, one that stays with me every time I think about how deeply cats can love. A man once adopted an older cat from a shelter. She was quiet, reserved. She didn't meow much, didn't play with toys, didn't seek attention. She just existed, softly, gently, always nearby but never demanding. Every night, as the man went to bed, she would climb onto the nightstand. She wouldn't curl beside him or purr loudly. She would simply sit there, eyes half open, watching him as he drifted to sleep. At first, he thought it was habit. Maybe she liked the lamp's warmth. Maybe she was guarding her new territory. But one night, something changed. He woke suddenly, dizzy and short of breath. His heart was racing, his body cold. And there she was, her paw resting gently on his shoulder, watching, waiting. The next day, he went to the doctor. That visit saved his life. He was diagnosed with an early-stage heart condition that had been developing for weeks, quietly, almost invisibly. But his cat had noticed. That stillness, that nightly vigil, it wasn't boredom. It was protection. It was love. Cats have an ancient awareness, a kind of emotional radar we barely understand. They sense changes in our breathing, our body temperature, our scent. They read our moods not through words, but through energy, through the subtle vibrations of our presence. So when your cat suddenly becomes clingy during hard days, or won't leave your side when you're unwell, that's not random. That's not just being a cat. That's love in action. They see what we can't. They feel what we hide. And when something inside us changes, even slightly, they adjust. They stay closer. They watch longer. They become our guardians in silence. Love that listens. You've probably noticed it yourself. The days you're tired, they rest beside you longer. The nights you cry, they appear without a sound. They don't try to fix it. They don't demand attention. They just stay. That's not coincidence. It's compassion. A cat's empathy doesn't shout. It hums quietly in the background of your life. When they sit by your pillow while you grieve. When they won't leave your side while you're sick. When they reach out a gentle paw after you've broken down. Those moments are not accidents. They're saying, I see your pain. I'm here. It's not affection as we define it. It's something deeper, instinctive, selfless, ancient. They're healers in fur, not with cures or words, but with presence. The silent guardian. We often think of cats as mysterious, aloof, detached, hard to read. But maybe they're not distant at all. Maybe they just love differently. When they watch you sleep, when they stare at the door, when they sit alert by the window, they're not being strange. They're standing guard, because love for them isn't always soft. Sometimes it's sharp-eyed and steady. It's protection disguised as stillness. Behind those golden eyes is something old, older than language, older than comfort, a promise that says, as long as I'm here, nothing will hurt you. That's not superstition. That's not coincidence. That's what love looks like when it doesn't need words. Love doesn't always live in silence. Sometimes it speaks, softly, musically, in the small sounds your cat reserves for you and you alone. Because here's something you might not know. Adult cats rarely meow to each other. That sound, the one they use when they look at you, when they greet you, when they demand attention or whisper something soft, it's not for other cats. It's for you. They created it, just for you. When your cat meows at the door, chirps as you walk in, or lets out that half-sigh, half-purr sound when you pass by, they're not just making noise. They're talking, using a language born from love and adaptation. They've studied you, the tone of your voice, your rhythms, your reactions, and they've learned how to speak in ways you'll understand. It's a language no other species shares, so when your cat meows, don't dismiss it. Listen, because more often than not, what they're saying is simple and profound. I missed you, or I'm happy you're here. The trill, the purr, the whisper. You've heard that soft trill, that happy little rumble they make when you enter the room. It's not random. That sound, a chirrup, a musical flutter of joy, is their version of saying, you're home. I'm glad. They don't make that noise for everyone, only for the ones they've bonded with. Every cat has its own vocal fingerprint, a melody that's unique to your relationship. That's the beauty of it. Your cat's voice was shaped by your presence, and then, of course, there's the purr. Oh, the purr. Science tells us it vibrates between 25 and 150 hertz, frequencies known to promote healing in bones and tissues. But beyond the science lies something even more profound. Purring isn't just comfort, it's communication. Yes, cats purr when they're content, but they also purr when they're scared, in pain, or trying to soothe you. Because purring isn't just for them, it's for both of you. When your cat curls against your chest and begins to purr, they're weaving a shared moment of calm, a bubble of safety. It's their way of saying, let's heal together. They purr when words would only get in the way. The belly of trust. Then there's the moment you catch them lying on their back, paws up, exposing their belly to the ceiling. It might look like an invitation to pet them, but in truth, it's much more than that. In the animal world, the belly is the most vulnerable place. It protects all the vital organs. No creature shows it unless they feel utterly safe. So when your cat rolls onto their back before you, they're not saying, touch me. They're saying, I trust you completely. Even if they don't want a belly rub, even if they swat when you try, that's not rejection. It's boundaries wrapped in love. They're telling you, I'm safe enough to show you this, even if I don't want you to touch it. That's vulnerability. That's trust. That's love. The headbutt of belonging. You've felt it before, the gentle press of a forehead, the soft rub against your hand or cheek. It might seem playful, even random, but to a cat, that's sacred. It's called bunting, and it's one of the clearest signs of affection a cat can give. They have scent glands on their cheeks and forehead. When they rub those areas against you, they're mingling their scent with yours. In their language, scent means belonging. They're saying, you're part of my world now. This is why cats often headbutt your leg after you've been gone or nuzzle your face when you're sad. It's not just comfort, it's a ritual of reunion. They're pulling you back into their emotional space, reestablishing the bond that grounds them. To them, love smells like you, the gentle paw. Then there's that small, heart-stopping moment when your cat reaches out and places a paw on your hand, or your cheek, or your chest. It's such a tiny gesture, but it carries so much meaning. They're not asking for food. They're not asking for play. They're reaching out for connection. It's their way of saying, I feel close to you. Don't go too far. Some cats even mirror their humans, pressing a paw to your chest because they've seen you rest your hand on them. That's not imitation, it's empathy. It's emotional reflection. In that touch lives everything cats rarely say out loud. You matter to me. I see you. I trust you. Sometimes love comes wrapped in the strangest packages. A toy, a sock, a crumpled leaf. Or occasionally, something from outside you'd rather not see. And while you might laugh, cringe, or scold to your cat, that act carries real weight. In the wild, cats teach their young by bringing them prey. It's how they express responsibility, pride, and care. So when your cat drags something to your feet or leaves it where you'll find it, they're saying, "You're part of my family. I want to provide for you. It's not about impressing you, it's about giving." That odd little gift is their version of bringing you flowers or cooking for someone they love. It's one of the purest, most instinctive ways they know to say, "You belong to me, and I take care of my own." So next time you find that strange offering on your doorstep, try not to recoil too fast. Look at it for what it really is. An offering of love wrapped in instinct. The stillness of love. And then there's the quietest expression of all. No purr, no meow, no touch, just presence. You've felt it. The moment you're reading, cooking, or folding laundry, and without a sound, your cat appears. They don't jump on your lap or call for you. They simply find a spot, on the rug, the couch, the windowsill, and lie down. They don't even look at you. They just exist near you. That's not coincidence. That's intention. That's their way of saying, "I love you enough to just be with you." In a world that demands noise and motion, cats remind us that true love can be quiet. Their stillness is not emptiness, it's connection. When your cat lies near you without asking for attention, it means your presence alone brings them peace. Your breathing calms them. Your scent reassures them. Your energy anchors them. That's the kind of love most people spend a lifetime searching for, the kind that asks for nothing but togetherness. The space between you. Notice the distance they choose. Not too close, not too far. Just enough to feel your warmth, your heartbeat in the room. That balance is sacred to them. It says, "I trust you. I don't need to cling to you. I just want to be within your world." And the more you honor that space, letting them come and go, letting love breathe, the deeper their bond with you grows. Because real love, especially the kind cats give, is built on choice. And every time they curl up near you, quietly and deliberately, they're choosing you again, when you need them most. If you've ever cried softly in a quiet room, you may have noticed your cat appear. They don't rush in with noise or gestures. They just arrive. Maybe they sit beside you. Maybe they touch you once, gently. Maybe they don't touch you at all. They just stay. Cats can feel the change in your breathing, your energy, your stillness. They sense when the air around you shifts, when sadness seeps in, and instead of trying to fix it, they offer the one thing they know heals best: presence. No words, no demands, no conditions. Just being there. That's not coincidence. That's empathy in its purest form. The unspoken love. This is why so many people find comfort in their cats during grief, depression, or heartbreak. It's not just that the cat is there, it's how they're there. Consistent, quiet, calm. Cats teach us something we forget too easily. That love doesn't have to be loud to be real. It doesn't need to shout or show off. It can simply exist, softly, like a heartbeat you barely notice until it's gone. Your cat loves you not through words, but through loyalty, through patience, through stillness. They love you by returning every day, by trusting you even when you don't trust yourself, by choosing to stay close again and again. That's not affection, it's devotion. The final "I love you." So the next time your cat walks into a room, silently settles nearby and rests without asking for anything, pay attention. Notice where they choose to sit. Notice how their breathing slows when they're near you. Notice how peaceful they become in your presence. That's not coincidence. That's love. Not the kind that demands, but the kind that endures. Because in their quiet companionship, in that soft gaze, that patient loyalty, Your cat has been saying, I love you all along. You just hadn't learned their language yet. And now that you have, maybe you'll answer back in the way they understand best. With silence, with patience, with stillness. By simply being there, just as they've been there for you. Hey, the cat said if you don't like and subscribe, they'll knock something off your table. Don't risk it. Hit that button.